There are a lot of Star Wars minifigures that are worth a lot of money. Some can even fetch for a couple of $1,000 on Bricklink, and some can do some hundreds. It's a very popular theme on YouTube, and this is my top 10 most expensive Star Wars minifigures. I have roughly 700 Star Wars figures in my collection that ranges from both basic troopers to droids to the most expensive figures in all of the Star Wars figures. It's me, Bricks. Let's jump right into the video. Since I do have a lot of figures in my collection, I have some honorable mentions. Here we have Pre-Vizsla, Captain Rex, Queen Amidala and Thrawn, and these couldn't make it because there are more expensive figures than these ones, but these are still very expensive and they range from around $80 to $110-$120. My favorite out of these is gonna be Thrawn. I love the Rebel series, so that character is just a very nice character. I also like Pre-Vizsla with the limited cape piece that has a printed Vizsla sign on it, and the Amidala Queen's headpiece and the robe piece is also exclusive to that figure, and the Rex, what can I say, is just a nice figure. At the number 10 spot we have Han Solo from the 75222 Cloud City Master Builder Series set. This is by far my favorite Han Solo figure. It has the holster on the left side and the printed yellow dots on the right side. I think the reasons for this being expensive, around $130 on Bricklink, is because the limited release in the Cloud City set and the nice leg printing the figure actually has. Number 9 brings in the only chrome figure I have in my collection, which is the chrome TC-14 from a polybag. I actually opened this polybag some time ago since I wanted the figure in the collection, and to buy a new one you gotta fetch around $120 to $30, and this is in mint condition. I barely touched this with my hands. I really love this figure. It's very sad that the hands are not chrome, but those are very hard to chrome, I think, so that's why they're not chromed. This figure comes in the same Cloud City set Han Solo came in, and it's just one of the best Boba Fetts we've ever had. Unfortunately, I do not have the original arm printed Boba Fett from 2002. I only have this one and the one from the Slave 1 UCS set that they released some time ago. I really like this figure, and it's just a nice Boba Fett figure. I think the next step for the next Boba Fett is to get some side printing on the legs. I think they could do some really nice printing with that one. Also, a printed jetpack would also be really nice for the perfectionist that I am with Lego figures, so that's the next steps I can see a printed Boba Fett go for. This one fetched for around $140 on Bricklink. Now we visit the Old Republic, and here we have Darth Malgus, which is a very expensive figure, and it goes for around $150 on Bricklink. The figure has an exclusive headpiece, torso piece and leg piece, and also the armor piece above his neck is exclusive to this figure, which makes it very expensive. It came only in one set, and there were a few Old Republic sets released. I don't think they were that popular back then, but now this is one of the classic Sith figures you gotta have in your Sith collection. Now we are getting to very expensive figures, I think. This one is Lando Calrissian from 75222 Cloud City set, which the Boba Fett and Han Solo also came from. This is just an amazing figure. I think it's the perfect Lando, maybe lacks arm printing, but the cape piece is just so amazing, well detailed. It's so much better than the old 2002 cape we got with the dual-sided like fabric. This one also have printed fabric inside. This figure I think is going to be the next figure that reaches so high in the future. That's why I have two in my collection, one to save and one on my display. What do you think about this figure? Comment down below. Let's jump to the next one. My favorite figure from my favorite series. Here we have Ahsoka from Star Wars Rebels that was released in the Rebel Frigate set, which is just the best Ahsoka figure we've ever had. It's the more adult-like version of Ahsoka, and she does not have the Clone Wars eyes, which the older Ahsokas have, which is a problem in my opinion. The headpiece is just amazing. She has a limited edition piece for her lightsabers, the like light blue something on her lightsabers, which is unique to that set, and it fetches for around $270 to $300 on Bricklink, which is just amazing and insane. The set was released for I think $125 back in the day when it was on the shelves, and it's just an amazing figure. The next figure on the list is actually in its polybag. Here is the white Boba Fett that I actually have 3 of, but yeah, let's talk about it. It's exclusive white Boba Fett prototype that got released I think in 2010 and was a gift with purchase, I think. It got released with the 30th anniversary for Empire Strikes Back and was I think a gift with purchase. The helmet is unique and the torso printing is also unique. The legs are just white, and I don't really want to open this and have in my collection. If I can buy one as a figure, I'll probably buy one and put in my collection, but I won't open these bags. These bags are solely for investment purposes. I think these are going to fetch for a lot of money in the future. Some years ago they went for around 100 a piece. Now they go for around $300 to $350 a piece with its being sealed. Top 3 figure here is Jango Fett from the old Slave 1 set, and I've talked about this figure on my channel before. I love this figure. I got it for around $40 to $50 around 2 years ago, and now it's just bombed in price. I think it's because the old Boba Fett from Cloud City got so expensive, people got their eyes on Jango Fett, and we haven't had that many Jango Fett figures released in recent years. This one goes for around, it's a little bit hard to say, but around $250 to $350 to maybe $400 if you have a brand new one. Mine is in really good condition and has the printed head on the backside of the helmet. You can just turn it around, and I love this figure, and I think it's just an iconic piece from the video games. My favorite character to play back in the day in the Lego games were Boba Fett and Jango Fett because the helmet piece was so awesome. Number 2 here is the Blackhaired Cannon, and it's almost the same level as the Jango Fett figure, but I think that this figure is a little bit more rare since it was a mistake. Cannon wasn't supposed to have black hair and black eyebrows, so this figure goes for around $300 to $350 for even a used one. So I could have had Jango Fett here, but yeah, it's mostly a tie on this second, third place, but the first spot is really expensive. I like Rebels. Cannon is an amazing character, and having this item as a mistake item, which is very expensive, is very nice for me to have in my collection. I like it. Number 1 spot is the Yuletide Squadron pilot from 400 2019, which is an exclusive gift to LEGO employees that they released back in 2019. I bought this set from, I think it was Hungary, from the LEGO factory, from an employee. I got it for around $250, and I decided to open the set, since I wanted the set displayed, and I got the figure while having it. Now the figure on Bricklink goes for, like, the asking price is $500, and that's just insane for an employee set, which has an exclusive like torso print and leg print, and that's just crazy. There are some of the expensive figures that I still want in my collection. I want the printed Boba Fett from Cloud City. I want the Chrome C-3PO. I want the Finch Dallo figure, but those are just so expensive. So yeah, I guess I gotta start earning money here on YouTube to buy those figures. If you like my list, comment down below, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in a later video.